Welcome back. It is still Sports Gist right here on the Captain TV studios. Yes, it was an eventful Champions League night, but make no mistakes, the European football is not over as the Conference League and the Europa League returns tonight. Of course, I have two amazing gentlemen with me on the show today. By my right, I have the one and only CY. Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Gist.
Good afternoon.
I'm always happy to have you here.
Thank you. Me too. I'm always happy to be in this studio.
All right. I have a newbie with us. He's none other than Fortune. Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Gist.
Good afternoon. Good to be here.
Good to have you here. I have an Arsenal fan today. I also have a United fan. Ooh, guys, you guys lost during the course of the...
Put two of us.
What happened? What went wrong? Let's start with United. Now, I expect United to win. You guys were playing at Old Trafford, you know, after losing to Crystal Palace. I thought, you know, maybe use the anger and, you know.
So I think
what happened?
It has been a recent trend. Recent trend.
Okay.
Whenever United scores, okay, there's this loss of concentration. It started against Arsenal earlier this season. Immediately United scored. They conceded the equalizer against when Odegaard scored. Okay, it was the same thing the day before yesterday. Okay, yeah. United will score, they would equalize. United will score, immediately they will also equalize. So I think it's more of a psychological something. They need to work on that because it's really going to affect the team. They have not even played Man City. I'm not even sure if they will score to even get the chance to equalize.
I think United is conceding so many goals, but you're scoring
so many goals. Now I think the problem is one of the biggest issues the fullbacks. Okay, we are the fullbacks. Injured players, and even the center parts. Okay, you have a Varane that is not fully fit. Okay, pairing with a Lindelof that is not on that level. Yeah. Okay, if it's not pairing with Lindelof, it's pairing with Maguire. If it's not pairing with Maguire, it's even Maguire and Lindelof. Though if there's no link, if it's not Maguire and Lindelof, it should be Lindelof and Johnny Evans. 38 years Johnny Evans. So it's just bad. So I think the fact that the defense is very weak is affecting the whole team, and then it's really exposing Onana. Okay, really exposing Onana. Onana is conceding most of the goals he has conceded. Okay, actually not his fault, apart from the ones he did on Tuesday. Okay, and then there was one he did again against what team? Bayern Munich. Okay, apart from those two, he has not really made most of other goals are just normal goals. All right.
Okay, so do we talk about the ones he did during the preseason?
The preseason, yeah, that one is preseason actually. That's preseason. So I wouldn't
count, many more
I wouldn't count that. No, I wouldn't count that. That. So I think most of United's problem has been down to the back line. The back line. You can't score. Like the thing is, because going to Munich, okay, and scoring 3 goals, that should be enough to win you a match. But then they ended up losing because they conceded more. Okay, on a normal day, scoring 2 goals against a team like Galatasaray will win you that match. Yeah, that's true. But they still ended up losing.
Funny enough, it could have been 4.
Yeah, so I think the issue right now is, I think from last season, what the biggest problem from last season was the fact that United were not scoring goals. Now this season we are scoring goals, but the back line is leaking, so we keep conceding. So it's affecting the team. So there is no balance right now. There is no balance. So it's really affecting the team. And if it's not sorted, man, we go collect.
Funny enough, people keep blaming Andre Onana for the mistakes, but then again, people fail to understand that Onana is trying his best, but the defense very poor. Very poor. And I think if they can fix that defense, it will help Onana do his job properly. But Man United are not the only team who lost though. Arsenal lost to Lens. It's a weaker team. I want to know why.
Lens is not a weaker team. Lens finished second in League One last season.
But it's still Lens. It's not like we're not talking about Barcelona.
I know actually. But
if we go outside now, ask people, do you know anything called Lens? I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true. They don't have. It's not.
So why would Arsenal lose to Lens?
It's not a big name, but for a team to have finished second in League One, you should know that they are good.
Arsenal also finished second in the league.
Yeah, now, like, so it's not actually, like, I actually blame Mateta.
Okay.
Like, but it's not totally his fault, but I blame him. I don't like Havertz. It doesn't add anything to the game. Like, he plays nothing.
But he won Chelsea the Champions League though.
That was like 3 years. That was like how many years
So
back?
when you say he doesn't add anything, it sounds a bit harsh, don't you think so?
No, in Arsenal team, Arsenal transitions from the back to the midfield to the wing. Then, but Havertz is playing very sluggish. He doesn't even pass well.
He's always been sluggish.
So it doesn't suit our. Watch how he started playing Xhaka. When Xhaka before he left to Bayer Leverkusen, like he doesn't play DM again.
Okay.
They pushed him to the front. So you see how he's always in the front, trying to give assist. But Havertz is always. Sometimes you give him ball, he's turning back to pass to the back. He's very slow. His passes are not with weight. He has ball to shoot. He's playing as if like he's not even using his head. Like sincerely, I prefer you play Vieira than to play Havertz, or even play Smith-Rowe. Why play Havertz? And the funny thing is, like, he will still play Havertz against Man City on Saturday.
Sure.
And we will still lose on Saturday. So it's not.
Okay, if I ask you this question, I just want to say thank you though for the 60 million. Was it 60 million? 65 million pounds you guys gave to Chelsea, and also thank you for the.
No, we are enjoying Mount. We are enjoying Mount. So we are not complaining about Mount.
All right.
Yeah,
well, now Saka is injured.
Yeah.
How do you guys go from here?
The problem is, if we had Martinelli, probably would have played maybe Reece Nelson or Vieira, but Martinelli is still injured. Saka is injured now. But I believe that probably he should come back before Saturday, for Sunday. I believe so. If not, it's a lost game.
You mean Saka?
Yes.
Saka is not coming back before Saturday.
But he said there's probability.
He's missing that game.
When they
don't want to rush him.
To risk him, right?
That was what happened to Lisandro Martinez. Managing injury.
Yeah, they risked him.
Yes, he was risked, and now he has gone for another 3 months. Oof. So it is very dangerous. I don't think they want to risk it. It's good. It's good that players show that passion, even when injured, they want to play. Okay, but then the repercussion could be very, very, very devastating. Okay, so I don't think they would want to risk him. He's the star boy. He's a star boy. And when Saka is not in Arsenal, that's the problem. It shows. There is nobody that can replace him in that particular position.
When they put in Vieira, he was not playing anything in that position. Vieira plays best where Havertz plays. Yeah. Like that's pairing with Declan Rice. But they had to put Vieira for Saka when he got injured in that match, and he was just lost. So I think against Man City, even if you don't have Martinelli, you don't have Saka. Play Gabriel Jesus, Nketiah in the middle by playing 11, then put Reece Nelson there, then remove Havertz. That one is very important.
I feel like your entire argument is still boils down to removing Havertz.
That's our problem.
I don't think you won't blame Arteta if he wants to play Havertz. They brought him in for so much money, and he has the experience, the Champions League experience. So would you blame him?
Well, the truth is that you have a team that took you to the 2nd position in the league. Then why are you trying to twat it, change it?
I mean, Chelsea had a team that won the Champions League,
and
they completely eradicated them out of the surface.
They were kicked out, all of them.
Of the team. Well, anyways, so bad Arsenal couldn't beat Lens, and Man United couldn't beat Galatasaray. Although
such is life.
But it doesn't take the brilliance of Højlund's goal. Højlund scored 2 amazing goals, especially the first goal. It was brilliant. That's 2 down, more to come.
I was actually impressed.
Yes.
I was really, really impressed because this guy came in, and since he came in, that pressure has been mounting, and he's 20 years old. Ooh. Okay, just 20.
He looks older though.
Yeah, his physique. He has that physique. Okay. Yeah. So like I was really impressed, especially with the second goal. Only to the fact that he carried that ball from the other half.
Best sign
all the way to the goalpost, and he still scored.
I think he's a better striker than Haaland. But let's see if he scores.
I wouldn't say that too. I wouldn't. Haaland is Haaland though.
Haaland is just a goal scorer, but Haaland is not a playmaker.
But he's a complete player. That's Haaland.
Yes.
He has speed. He has strength.
And he can take on any defender. So I think he's a complete player. Yeah, and I think Man United did a good job.
Hopefully we see more goals from him.
You will see more.
We saw that passion that we have been.
No, I feel like Man United have fixed that goal scoring problem. You guys are scoring goals.
No, but the problem is the defense.
Now, if you can't work on your defense.
Somebody said the strikers are scoring. Onana is equalizing.
But why? I know there's injury. Why play Amrabat 3?
No 3.
Why not play
somebody like
yes.
on loan? He was sent on loan.
Instead play McTominay to play Dalot 3.
He was sent on loan.
Amrabat. Because that's that good.
If Dalot plays 3, who will play as number 2?
Put McTominay there.
You don't know if McTominay has played that position in training and messed up. So I just think Amrabat is an utility player.
All right.
Okay, he's not doing his best. He's not giving us the best in that number 3 position. But I feel that is how it should be. That is not his normal position. Okay, but then the only person, 3 left backs, all injured. The other person that could replace them from the academy was sent on loan. So the situation is just somehow, even in the right back position, there's still crisis there. If a small injury happens to Dalot, there will be a problem there as well. So the defense line is just so thin, so thin. Okay, in the middle, Varane is not fit.
Yeah.
You have Victor Lindelof that is not up to that level. Okay, managing with Maguire. Maguire is even injured. You get
and he's Maguire. Let's not forget
and then you have Johnny Evans.
Yeah.
Okay, Johnny Evans so far has been the most impressive.
He's been doing well.
Yes, he's doing well.
Yes.
He's doing well. So if you have somebody that is almost 30, 35, 36, okay, manning your defense, there means something is wrong somewhere. So that defense line is where they really need to fix. And because that defense is weak, I think it's affecting the midfield. Okay, because you have people now dropping deep just to cover spaces in the defense, but then they still concede goals. Okay, so it's affecting the whole team.
I think if you play Amrabat, because during the World Cup, he was like the best defensive midfielder in the World Cup. If you pair him with Casemiro and probably get your defenders back, you'll be very, very solid.
So I feel they are just waiting for one of the left backs to come back. Then Amrabat will be pushed to the midfield to be a double pivot for the team with Casemiro, and then you give Bruno that freedom to run round, and you have that. You get more creativity from Bruno because now Bruno drops deeper, as he's even playing from the wing, but he's even like the workload is too much. So that gap is still showing.
Well, while it looked bad for United and Arsenal, for teams like Newcastle and Manchester City, it was all smiles.
Sweet one.
Now let's start with Newcastle United. They took on Paris Saint-Germain. Now, when the Champions League draw came out, Newcastle's group looked like the group of death. They were paired alongside AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, and me, I will not lie, I thought Newcastle would end bottom of that group, but that's not the case. They are currently topping that group, and they did that in style by defeating Paris Saint-Germain. Now, yesterday, Mbappe looked lost. It looked as though he didn't even feature in that game. It looked as though he didn't even know what he was doing. He was a shadow of himself. And the fact that PSG they are losing games and they're not in the best form of their lives has made Mbappe look like an ordinary player. And now will he beat himself up for not leaving this summer? He wanted to though, but it didn't work out.
Do you know what I saw yesterday?
What did you say?
I saw a frustrated Mbappe.
Yeah.
That is regretting
on the
why he did not leave
when the big boys were leaving.
Why he did not leave PSG. I saw like Mbappe was, you could see it, you could see it.
I said he looked lost. You know when someone is a complete shadow of themselves.
If I was him, I would just go to Saudi Arabia, spend
1 year.
It's not as if it's rugby you'll be going to
go to Madrid.
It's football you will still be playing now, and you even have people like Neymar, Ronaldo. Yeah, you have their level is actually rising.
So you talk about Neymar, you talk about Ronaldo. Ronaldo has 5 Ballon d'Or. He has won the Champions League like 5 times.
But I think it's just for a year now. You have a pre-contract agreement with Madrid that after a year you will go there. Yeah. Okay, then just go to Saudi Arabia, join one of the best clubs there, man, get your money, and then after a year you go back to PSG to Real Madrid and then continue your career. I think he would have done that.
Why is it so hard for him to move? Every season we talk about the same thing when the transfer window opens.
It's political.
Mbappe.
Yes,
Mbappe.
It's political. It's actually political. For the president of France to intervene, it means something. There's something that they are using to hold that guy back in PSG.
I wonder what it could be. I mean, France has produced better players.
Yes.
Mbappe is not like the greatest I've seen. They've been Zinedine Zidane,
Thierry Henry,
what's his name? Didier Deschamps, Michel Platini, so many players.
Yeah, many. That's the UEFA president or FIFA president, Michel.
Is the one?
Is it Platini?
Yeah, Michel Platini.
Yes.
They've produced great players. Why is Mbappe different? I don't even understand.
So I think he gets that kind of David Beckham's kind of attraction, star boy kind of attraction. So I don't
think PSG can even win their league this season.
No, I don't think they can.
Because they are losing games. They are losing games this season.
They lost to a team like Nice at home. So how are they going to win the league? I don't think even the Champions League.
No, they won't even go far.
It will elude them this season.
Maybe between AC Milan and Newcastle. That's to even qualify for them from that group.
Yeah.
I'm not sure PSG because they played.
What if PSG ends third and goes to the Europa League? It's going to be so bad. Mbappe will leave January. If that happens, Mbappe will go January.
It happens to everybody. If Barcelona could drop to the Europa League last season, anybody can drop to the
Ronaldo played in the Europa League.
Yes, even Ronaldo played in the Europa League. Lewandowski played in the Europa League.
Mbappe, you can do it.
Mbappe, you can do it.
Anyways, it wasn't just Newcastle shining. Manchester City, I don't know if I expected that because RB Leipzig, they've been in good form this season. Openda, that's one name that
they won their last 5
get
games.
out of my head. Yeah, they've been good. And Man City had lost 2 games prior to last night's encounter. But what happened? I just felt in my guts that Man City will still win. I don't know why. But Pep Guardiola is just someone that...
That Man City factor. That Man City factor.
They played in Germany and they still beat RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the star man for me has to be Jeremy Doku. Now, his transfer, it didn't make so much noise. It was just Man City has signed Jeremy Doku. I didn't even know him.
That is their modus operandi. Okay, they don't make too much noise. It's not like United that if a player scores two goals in 2 matches, before you know they'll start linking him to United, and from that point till the next 1 year, from that point till the next 1 year, they'll be linking that player to United.
The costliest defender in the world, just
Gvardiol, yeah.
Okay,
and he didn't make any noise.
That's the point.
But look at Caicedo now.
That is how they work. They don't make noise. Like, you don't hear them. They have the money. Okay, and then every player wants to. They can even have a pre-contract agreement and you will not be aware. Yes, Haaland is another example. Nobody knew Haaland has a release clause in his contract. Nobody knew that there was that release clause. Before that year, United came and Dortmund stood up for 100 million. They said nothing less than 100 million. Only for the next season, Man City just went and bought him 62 million pounds. Like, nobody knew that there was a country.
I don't know how they do it, but they do it so
well, and it's working for them.
But let's talk about Jeremy Doku. I don't know, that guy is just good. He's too good.
I didn't even know Man City signed him. I was just watching the match.
I didn't know him. I didn't know him. I didn't know who he was. Where is he from? Is he African?
He was bought from what club again? I forgot the name of that club. Quietly.
It's very good.
It's very. I don't know if is there like something that happens to you when you play alongside Pep Guardiola?
Yes,
that
confidence. Do you know what it means to be in a Guardiola team? That alone is enough to make you play.
I mean, Haaland is exceptional. Currently, vying for the Ballon d'Or, but he wasn't that exceptional when he played in Dortmund. But under Pep Guardiola, he looked as though he's the best player in the world.
Number one.
What does Pep Guardiola instill in these players?
Number one, he has a structure, a style of play that has worked for over 10 years and is still working.
This is untrusted.
So there is no way you want to doubt that process because it has been working. It has been proven to be one of the best way to play football.
Yeah. Now, sorry to cut you short, yes? Over time when coaches have stayed for so long, the likes of Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, and even, what's his name, the bald man, the former Liverpool coach,
Benitez,
thank you. Yeah, at some point their style gets jaded, like it starts fading, and people like, it's not new because we are having new managers, the likes of Nagelsmann and all. But for Pep Guardiola, his style does not fade. It's like every year it gets better.
Consistent.
What does he do?
He evolves. It's the same thing with Ferguson. When Ferguson started, he was also a very young coach. Okay, in his first season, he did not get it right. Okay, but when he got it, okay, I think he built a structure that every player wanted to play in, okay, and then even when players were fading out, he was evolving, building new teams. For Ferguson to go down to the academy, push about 6 boys into the first team and build the team around those 6 boys. It shows what that man, that's the kind of structure that man has, okay? And over 25 to 26 years, he maintained it. He was constantly evolving. So I think Guardiola is also doing the same thing. The ability to evolve. Mourinho is fading out.
Mourinho has faded.
I think he has refused to evolve, okay? Benitez, the same thing happened to him. He was reigning at one point, but then he was kicked out of the market, okay? Now, Ancelotti is another coach that also evolves.
Yeah,
okay?
he
so,
does.
Like, you need to be evolving, and it's working perfectly for Guardiola.
So you agree with Siwa?
Yeah, that's true, because if you watch how Arsenal used to play under Wenger, like they play just beautiful football. They pass, they don't run. They just keep passing. But Guardiola does the passes, plays the beautiful football. And if you check today's football, everybody wants to get a winger that can run.
Yeah.
He does the passes and he does the counter. He joins it together and they play really well.
Sure.
And he scores.
That's the thing. They score.
And it's working.
And that's the Pep Guardiola effect.
Yes.
That Arteta took to Arsenal. And that's why. And that's why I believe Man City will be beating Arsenal.
No, not this week. Not this week. Not this week.
Let's talk about the man I feel is going to challenge Pep Guardiola to the league, Jurgen Klopp. Now, Jurgen Klopp has called for a rematch of last weekend's game. No, I don't know why he feels he can actually ask for a rematch. I mean, Liverpool did the same thing to Chelsea. Why is he asking for a rematch? Then if there's going to be a rematch, then we should do a rematch of the EFL Cup.
He's just crying because the media attention is actually focused on that game. Yeah. Okay, and then with the new development where the audio from the match officials can be made public. Yeah. Okay, I think with that is why he's just crying foul. Okay, he's just making noise. I don't think that's going to be possible. If that is going to be possible, then other people that have been robbed by VAR, they have the guts. They will have the guts to start disturbing the FA.
But I feel like, sorry to cut you, I feel like over time Liverpool seems to be more favoured.
We have seen that, yes. Even last season.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me that.
Van Dijk had a stamp, high boots.
Yeah.
Yellow card. Casemiro did something similar. Casemiro's leg deflected off the ball, and at that point you don't even have control over your movement, and he was red carded.
Yeah.
But we didn't hear anything.
No, the thing is, actually, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I feel that goal would have been checked, because the thing is, like the Man U Arsenal game where they ruled Garnacho offside, it was checked. Maybe they made a mistake or they didn't make a mistake, but it was checked.
Yeah.
So the first thing to do is check it. Don't just say it's offside and
so according to the audio that was released. So I think one of the main person in charge of the VAR, okay, I think that person thought that the decision that was given on the pitch
was a goal.
Yeah, that was the mistake. That was the mistake. If you listen to the audio very well,
yes.
that was what the person thought. Okay, that the ref blew for a goal. Okay, and then immediately just said correct decision. That was what he said. It was when play restarted that his partner was now asking, "Are you sure that's the correct decision?" Over 3 times he was asked, "Are you sure that's the correct decision?" Correct decision. He said yes. Correct decision.
So lack of concentration.
I think so.
I think England, as a nation, I think they clamored more for the VAR, and yet the English Premier League is very, very inconsistent.
We keep seeing,
compared to other leagues.
Every week we keep seeing one controversial decision to the other. Like it's becoming.
And I think it will still continue.
It's true. Nothing can be 100% actually, but there's some little things that you're not supposed to be made again. Like offside is supposed to be something that you have dealt with the VAR.
Yeah.
Maybe let's say it's the handball issue. They're trying to find, maybe it's the hand. Stuff like that might be the problem. But offside, they should not be having problem with offside again using the VAR.
I'm sure there's like a board of referees and assistant.
Yes, that's where the PGFOL is.
If you're going to count, let's say that Luis Diaz's goal as an offside, I think you should do that to everybody and not just do it to one. And that's how inconsistent the English Premier League has been ever since the introduction of the video assistant referee. Well guys, that's the most we can take on the show today. Thank you so much for tuning today, for being a part of the show today.
Thank you too.
Thank you CY for always honoring the invitation. And thank you to our amazing viewers. I remain Dearest Timba. Let's do this again. Same time, same station tomorrow. Do have a wonderful day.